Everyone is here.
We should all say our intro at the same time.
Oh,
see
yeah,
how
that's
messy
a
it
great
gets.
idea.
3, 2, 1. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Makeshift. It was perfect. Okay, I was hoping Queso would have stayed in his seat.
Excellent.
I was totally gonna steal it.
Does somebody want to initiate the let's go do stuff thing, or?
Let's go do stuff. Let's go.
Woo!
And so just like that, Makeshift SMP has started. For those who don't know, Makeshift SMP is a create multiplayer SMP with 8 total members. It's pretty much just like every other SMP you've ever seen. Of course, all their channels will be linked in the description. But without further ado, let's get this party started. Wait, where's Queso's tree?
Group, right?
We already are in.
We are at the R grouping.
A little bit.
And just like that, your tree's gone.
It's up.
Where did your tree go?
Who? Kill him.
All jokes aside, though, we immediately hit the ground running. I did not want to be poor on this SMP, so I was like, I need to go mining ASAP. So, of course, I looked where no one else was looking, and I decided I was going to go for the big cave that no one else had really been to yet, and I was going to loot everything before anyone else could, because obviously, that is the best course of action here. What's the keybind for that? Oh, I found it.
Shift right click.
You guys won't believe what About an hour and a half of mining later, and we find ourselves back on the spawn beach, ready to start making things. And so that brings us to now, the next day, since the start of the SMP, where I feel like doing some mischief before we actually do anything. Yeah, and I really gotta fix up this beach too. See what is going on over here. We have a cobblestone generator, I'm sure I'll be taking from there. An automatic farm already. And see, don't mind if I just take some of that. What in the world? Hold on, this looks a little more interesting. See, I'm gone for one day. And people do this. But most importantly, I want to check out Queso's base. For no particular reason, I decided I want to pick on him the most. Which, funny enough, he doesn't seem to have anything too special. Mark my words. We will be stealing from him. Now, obviously, this goes without saying, this is all in fun and games. I'm not legitimately gonna steal all of their stuff. But I'm gonna take this kelp. I'm sure they won't mind over there, because currently there's no shop for it, and I don't really see myself wanting to do that up myself, so I'll do a little bit of thievery. Now, it is pretty much tradition for me at this point to make a really, really nice starter base on the first episode, which is exactly what we're gonna do. But I had something in mind for my starter base, and it is going to be on this beach. I should have enough space for just the starter base. We are going to stay at spawn for a little bit and eventually branch out, which I have a little bit of an idea for the mega base, but nothing too solid just yet. So my idea is a nice little beach home. I'm taking a little bit of inspiration from google.com. But the 2 types of wood I want to use are going to be jungle and warped. And lucky for us, our nether spawn is literally in the middle of a warped forest. So I think this is a pretty good time for a bit of a montage. Let's collect some materials and let's make a nice little cozy starter home. So now that I have a bunch of materials, it's time I really start this beach preservation project because it is not looking good. Neither from my end nor everyone else's. I'm sure there is something to be done about that eventually, but for now, this needs to change. I have a bunch of stuff though, and to help me kind of get along with that, I would like to get my starter house getting and going. So here's my idea. Grand scheme of things, this will all be removed. I want a little starter home here that doubles as a little workshop so we can start all of our create stuff in there. And then I would also like to use this as a little bit of a kickstart to get, like I said, the beach preservation project, something I am going to propose to everyone else on the server because this place needs to look nice. This is spawn after all. And who knows, we might have shops here on this beach eventually as well and that beach. So let's spice it up. And I think the best way to spice things up is with 1, a little montage, and 2, a nice little home. So let's go ahead and let's get building. So I'm thinking I want part of the house to be kind of over the water. Something about this amount over the water I think should be good. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give this a little bit of a wet look. So I want the house to look wet. So I'm going to use darker fences on the bottom here and then end up using more of an oak fence here at the top. So as you can see, it kind of looks like down here is more wet than up here. In fact, you know, now I'm looking at this, I think I want to make this a little bit bigger. And I want the platform to be a little bit larger than the house. So this should be a pretty good size for a foundation. Next up, we need a little bit of a platform on this. I'm thinking oak and jungle should be a pretty good mixture with a little bit more oak than jungle. And I think I want to have a little bit more on the, I want to have like a little bit of a front porch here. So have a little bit of something right here. And obviously we've got to have a staircase up to here. Some campfires should look pretty good, I feel like. So I'm going to fill out the platform here. So I'm going to use blue for the wall of this house. It is, after all, a beach house. Usually they're pretty colorful. And you know, something I didn't account for, I think I also want some cyan concrete. Now, I don't really want to steal sand from this beach because, like I said, the beach preservation project. So I'm going to have to find some other beach to dig up. Yeah, I'm liking this blue. So, you know, I think from here it's just a bit of detailing, building the house, which is perfect for a montage. You should be hearing music. Let's get this house built. So yes, the beach house is not done, but I did want to cut in and kind of just see where I want to go from here. Luckily now the copper is oxidized. It's been a few days since I've been on, but I want to put some more windows in, and obviously I've got to get a floor in right now. It's just a bunch of scaffolding, and then we actually have to get some stuff in here. So, but before we do any of that, let's talk about the beach restoration project. What's going on over here?
Is it French? Oh my goodness, hello.
Why is there a drone? I saw you're in a drone. What is going on here?
You could be in a plane, but you know, we're in a drone right now. A little bit of controlled flight.
I log off for 2 days and there's a drone building a house.
Yeah, literally. Well, these drones are pretty cheap though, so.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, it's just bamboo and iron.
Can I assume that all of this is yours, Queso?
No.
No, it's not?
That
Oh.
would be incorrect.
The thing over there is mine. That's all me.
The
kelp farm
pyramid?
is me.
The kelp farm is?
Yeah.
Oh, I totally stole kelp, by the way. That's what I'm eating right now, actually.
Oh, that's perfectly okay.
Yeah, I just went around stealing
got egg.
stuff. Anyway, I was going to start thinking of different things to do. Here, you know what? Queso, come here. Vi, also come here.
Yo,
I already had a talk with the. Oh no, never mind. Artily, where are you at? Hold on. There's a. This is urgent. Okay, if we look over here, right? Look at how nice it is, right? Okay.
And the beach isn't.
Okay. Yes, exactly. I'm getting there. Okay, and then we walk this way, right? We walk this way, and it's just. And we look at this. This village has got to go. By the way.
Yeah.
Part of
What is
Yeah, we were
this?
talking
Why
about
are
that.
all the cows on top of each other?
That was me. I was bored.
Anyway, so I've started behind the trees. Those will be gone soon. But I'm gonna put like a little billboard somewhere over here, or billboard, or like board with a bunch of stuff on it. Probably a chest with different different tasks to do to help the beach. I call it the beach restoration project. And I'm gonna try and have like reward. Some of the rewards are definitely gonna be IOUs because I'm broke. But if you want to help with the beach that I'm living on, there may be in it Or there may be something in it for you.
Yes, I love it.
You're
Okay.
gonna owe
I
me
would like
so
to
many
automate
bamboo
that
hoppers.
process.
So like one of the things I'll be is, provide sand for every so much sand you provide. Maybe I'll give you something or,
We can steal it from K-Saw. He's got crushing wheels.
oh, what?
What?
Sorry, I just volunteered your stuff.
I would have
That's
found it
fine.
anyway.
You can
Don't worry.
crush You can crush. I have just over 500 sandstone.
I'm-
Each sandstone crushes into 1 sand.
I've been snooping
But
through his
also-
stuff all week. I already stole some gravel.
Here, you.
All right, sweet. Well, yeah, I'll be probably also putting like I've been picked up. I'll also be like putting
Returning
a
Archy's
lectern with some notes about it, like where to find all the information and whatnot, in your guys'
Cool.
bases. So
Distracted.
I will let
You're
you guys be. I'm gonna work on my little beach house over here. Stock Gaming, are you there?
Yeah.
Where
I'm
can I
here.
find you? I need to show you something.
I'm the back end of the island.
Oh, dang, you're far away. Okay. This proposal may not affect you as much as it affects me. Then something has taken place on the server that we must fix.
Uh-oh.
All right, follow me for a minute, if you can. Let me present to you the situation. So, if you look at this hill, it looks pretty nice, right? We got a cool little
Yeah.
airplane thing over here, looking pretty good. All right, but as soon as we go over the hill, you might want to brace yourself for this. And we look at this beach.
Yeah, I noticed the beach looked like somebody hit it with some TNT or something.
It's pretty bad. So, I am proposing, at least everyone I can find online, the beach restoration project, where I would like to, sometime in the future, get together and like make the beach look nice, pretty much.
Yeah, fill in all the holes.
Yeah, possibly get rid of the village. It's a big stone box. Maybe make it a little bigger, connect it up with the Matters little area over there. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because right now it's looking like a hot tourist spot. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, is there even villagers in there?
I think they all died.
Oh, did they?
I
Okay.
think so. It's pretty bad. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, it definitely needs some work done to it.
All right. Well, if you are interested, give me a little note. My area is by all the trees, which will be getting removed soon. But I'm going to
Yeah.
try and provide compensation for those who help with the project because I plan on having for at least like a good month my stuff on that beach right there.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. I'll leave you a little notebook of things I have in mind when I get around to it.
Okay.
But thank you for your time. I will let you go back to what you were doing. You have a good day.
I'll catch you later.
Yeah. All right, so I want to make one of those drone thingies that K-Saw had because that looked really, really helpful. So I have the recipe here. It's just a bunch of iron, which I should have. That and some bamboo. I cannot wait to get my own one of these setups. I am so excited to finally get started. Awesome quadrocopter made. So this is the drone. There's an inventory and an upgrade as well and a fuel slot. So the fuel slot we should be able to put anything in pretty much. I'm gonna put dried kelp because that's the current community farm that I'm stealing from. And I want to see just how this thing works. What in the world? This is hilarious. Look at this. Well, this should make my life actually quite a bit easier, I'm thinking. Should be able to take it in here and just kind of like remove everything, right? Oh yeah, exactly what I needed. I'm gonna try and do a similar thing that I did down here with the mixture of the woods. It may or may not look good. We'll see. I'm gonna use a darker color up here for the upstairs. I think it'll fit in pretty well. I reckon once this gets a little bit more filled out, it might look better. I might just replace this with a straight up spruce planks. I do really like this pattern, actually. I like it more than I thought I would. But yeah, I like this. This is a pretty spacious upstairs. Obviously, I need to cover a little bit of up here. And I also need to wax the copper. Probably gonna make a farm for that at some point. And I also need to get a bunch of windows in. So I'm gonna do some window stuff. I'm gonna do a little bit of organizing, and I'll see you guys back when I think this is gonna be ready to be filled out.
At least
Done
4 counts of
What
felonies.
the hell am I looking at? Or it's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 counts of reckless endangerment.
Absolutely.
So this
A
is where all
mild
the
amount
villagers
of
went.
villager theft.
Alrighty, I would say we're looking pretty good in here. I no longer need any of the torches. It looks, I would say, pretty spectacular. I'm really liking the upstairs as well. Got some beams for support here. I'm probably going to end up putting vaults up here for storage whenever I end up doing that. But I would say it's finally time to start doing create. So for starters, I got to move all of this inside the house. including the bed. So I'm thinking I can have a wall of machines right here. I'm probably gonna have all my washers and stuff upstairs just because there's a little more space. Probably against this wall or something. But I'm also gonna need a whole bunch of power for this. So I'm probably gonna just end up making a basement, which I feel like I shouldn't do, but I'm gonna do it anyway. 16 large water wheels should surely be enough. I'm just gonna make a little thing down here, clear out some space, and line them all up like this. Should be able to get some water turning just like so. Oh yeah, we're in business. Now, I didn't really think about how I was gonna get the power up. So I may need to remove one of these or sneak it up through the side somewhere over here. Probably just gonna end up removing one of these and sneak the power up through here. So if I just go ahead and grab this power, I want to rotate it up. Grab this, and we're looking pretty snazzy, I'd say. Next, I would like to get some fans for washing. So I'm gonna want 4 fans in total. I already have 1 though. And you know, I would kind of like to connect up the power a different way. It might be a little awkward to get it around, so I'm gonna have to probably take it around the whole entire thing here. So what I'm gonna do, yep, something like this should be good. I'm gonna cover this up with some andesite casing, make it look nice, and we're looking good. If I connect this up, it should make my iron plates. Wow, that is so slow. Oh man, I've got to speed that up, huh? Yeah, that's pretty bad. This might be a little bit faster. Oh yeah, much better. Still pretty slow, but it's better. And I'll get rid of this amalgamation of gears here in a minute. In fact, we might be able to do a little bit of stealing. See if anyone has the stuff to make a rotation speed controller. Because I'm a thief on this server. I'm going to cause some mischief. And look at this. It looks like everyone's base is starting to come along really nicely. All right, yep. So I'm just going to steal a few pieces of brass for some brass casings, and I should be able to have all the stuff at home to make an actual rotation speed controller for myself. I just don't mind if I take some of that. I'm sure they won't mind 4 pieces of brass missing. I'm not going to pay it back. I will bring you guys home one day. I swear. Home sweet home. Looks like all of my iron plates are done. I'm just going to make some precision mechanisms, and I should be able to put a rotation speed controller on this and make everything so much faster. So in the meantime, I'm also going to need to craft a deployer in order to get my precision mechanism. That's why I stole the brass. I might actually need to steal 1 more piece. I'm also going to make a mixer, a basin, mechanical hand, some rose quartz, sandpaper, an electron tube, and my deployer. So I'm going to quickly place this guy with a deployer and make my precision mechanism. Like so. And then I have a few more tries of this. No! It didn't work. Are you serious? That sucks. Well, round 2. Are you serious? This is the 2nd time in a row that this has not worked. You've got to be kidding me. There we go, finally. So actually, instead of stealing, because everyone's back online and I don't want to get caught, I'm going to go ahead and put the mixer down here somewhere. Actually going to replace its spot to be right here. Connect it up like so, and we're not fast enough. Okay, hold on. I'm hoping 1 more of these and we should be fast enough. Now, I'm also going to need a blaze burner. Going to make a quick trip to the nether. I say quick, but I have no idea where the blaze portal is, so I'm going to go and quickly ask. Did you guys take the blaze spawner by chance?
We do have a blaze spawner. Just
Yes!
let me get this tree. So I have
You're good,
charcoal.
you're good. I was like, I don't want to go into the nether, please no. All right, I'm digging. Oh, I found it.
So if you
Okay,
just
how do I want to go about doing this?
cart us
Uh-oh.
something.
Uh-oh.
It's
There it
not
is.
the dirt.
Perfect. I did not want to pick it up here. Let me go ahead. I'm going to steal from over here. Make a cart contraption.
Yeah, just
Perfect.
perfect.
All right, up I go.
It's so slow though. It is so slow.
All right, so one little adventure later, we have our blaze burner. I'm just going to stick this under here for now. And then I should be able to cook up some brass. Only need 1 piece, luckily. Just throw one of these in there, throw one of these in there, and we should be cooking. Oh yeah. Gonna turn these into brass casings, make my rotation speed controller, and then set this somewhere here. Here should be good. I'm gonna go ahead and just rewire all of this. In fact, I may want to move this even more. Turn this up a good amount, and then somehow get this over here. Yeah, I'm thinking this should do the job. Looks a bit messy, but what are you gonna do about it? That broke everything. That's okay, we no longer need this jank setup here. You can go ahead and get rid of all this, and then I can put everything else down. Perfect. And look at how much faster this is gonna be. Oh yeah, it was so much faster, look at that. So now I would like to go and make all different fan setups that I want. I should have a 4th fan somewhere. So I'm gonna want a campfire. I'm also going to want a soul campfire, a lava, and then a water bucket. So I'm just gonna go right up here. We can go and put it in like this wall right here probably. And ooh, you know, there's this really nifty thing in Create that I actually kind of want to make. These glass trapdoors. gonna go ahead and get the soul campfire right, probably right here. Campfire right here. Ooh, I lied. It needs to be a little bit different. Yes, like this. This way I can go ahead, block this up, and then I need to stop the lava and water from flowing down. I think just a sign should do the trick. Put the lava here, stands up top. Need to go ahead and grab a water bucket. And this is gonna look pretty good. I think it already looks pretty good, so I'm happy with this. We got that going right there, and then we have our washing setup as soon as we go ahead and disconnect this stuff up. So I'm gonna bring the power up through right here. Now, I know that the speed of these doesn't matter, and I probably should make another rotation speed controller to make sure that it doesn't go use too much of the stress units that we're making. But for now, I think it'll be fine. Get the belt all the way across here, and we're cooking. So that's all of those fans done, so I should be able to, for example, make some charcoal by putting this into here. That should start cooking. And of course, I'm going to cover all of this up with a andesite casing. We want this to look nice after all. And here any second, this should turn into charcoal. And everything should be working. Look at that. Neat little home. And we actually have a lot more space. I'm really happy with the way that this turned out, actually. I love the rustic, kind of old, well, a little bit worn down beach house, but still on the beach. Obviously, the beach needs to be fixed, but that is something that we will probably have to save for the next episode. So anyways, guys, unfortunately, that is all the time I have for today's episode of Makeshift. So if you guys did enjoy, please let me know down below. If you want to see more of me and more of the Create Mod, hit subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next episode of Makeshift. Later!